Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Hit Zone with your hosts, J Hits and C Rob. Sit back, grab yourself a drink, and let's talk sports.
Hello, everyone. It's your boy, Jay Hits.
And I'm C Rob.
And together with the Hit Zone. Just two homeboys talking sports. Yo, my guy, C Rob. Hey, it was a good weekend for our teams on the Hit Zone. But before we get into that, bro, you know I got to ask you, what you sipping on?
You know, I drink nothing but the finest, and the finest is the official drink of the Hit Zone.
Never let you down.
Man, so freaking delicious, man. Excited, bro. Very exciting week, bro. We got a big show tonight. We hope everybody joins us and interacts with us. But man, we gonna talk. We're gonna talk NFL. We're gonna talk college football. We're gonna talk Longhorns. But before we really dive deep, check this out.
This is why it is America's team when all hope is gone and nobody believes it's possible. And nobody think there's a chance to do anything. And every time it's somebody has something to do with that team that wears a star on the side of their helmet and they rise up and they do something great. Did you see that? Hey, Stephen A., they said Cooper Rush was doing a Tom Brady imitation the last few plays there. And when they got that, oh my God, we gotta win. Oh, Cooper Rush.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, the Cowboys pulled off the 20-17 win over the Bengals. Jay Hits, you got on them last week. What you got to say this week?
Bro, yeah, it was tough last week, man. But they came out with a game plan, man. To me, it seemed like they came out with a game plan catered to Cooper Rush. I also feel like that Cooper Rush was less rusty than Dak was just because he got some preseason games in. He was hitting Noah Brown, a guy that he spent a lot of time probably after practice hitting, and we saw that. But the main key to me was they ran the ball, bro. You got Ezekiel Elliott going 15 carries for 53 yards. Tony Pollard, 9 carries for 43 yards.
Yep.
Hey, man, that's running the ball. That is balance. Also, a key moment in that game that I don't know if a lot of y'all remember, but at the beginning of the game on the first drive, Mike McCarthy went for it on fourth down. I think it was about 4th and 2, 4th and 3 on their own side of the field. And to me, that gave Cooper Rush confidence. He's like, hey, man, my coach got confidence in me, and I'm going to go out here and I'm going to make plays. And to show his confidence, I think when you go back and watch the play, you can see that Dalton Schultz was right there for the first down, right a little past the sticks. But Cooper Rush cocked back and slung that joker to Noah Brown, man, for about a 15, 20-yard pickup. So that showed me his confidence, man. And like I say, man, I'm excited. At the end of the day, boy, we 1-1.
Yeah, man, we 1-1. I got to tell you, when the season started, I figured we'd be 1-1. I didn't figure it would go quite the way it's gone. We had one of our viewers dang near predict the score last week, and we all kind of agreed that the Cowboys defense was gonna make some plays. After we saw the Steelers eat the Bengals up in week 1, it was like, oh, okay, yeah, TJ Watt did that. Watch Micah. So the 6 weren't a surprise. That wasn't a surprise at all. What was the surprise was how efficient the offense moved the 2 drives. The first 2 drives set up the whole rest of the game for the Cowboys. Those first 2 drives, offensively and defensively. Offensively, we scored touchdowns the first 2 drives. defensively. We shut them down the first 2 drives. That you can't write a better script to start a game when you're going against a better team. So and right now, I don't think they're the better team. After what I've seen from the Bengals the last 2 weeks, nah, they got problems. They got problems, and I'm glad our guys they took advantage. You gotta give Cooper Rush credit. You gotta give Mike McCarthy credit, and O-line, the receivers, like they came ready to play.
No doubt, man. And speaking of getting Mike McCarthy credit, it's another thing that I talked to you about it. That I believe that Mike McCarthy is pretty good at, and that is basically getting the best out of the second team player. If you look back last year, man, a lot of our team was hurt at the beginning of the season, and that was due. And Mike McCarthy came in with we found some players on the second team. Terrence Steele took over for Leo Collins. We found out that Micah can rush the passer when Tank Lawrence went out. And this year, Cooper Rush come in and he gets the win. You remember there was times under the Jason Garrett era that if we lost any key players, we was done for the season. Done. It's a wrap. Five win season. Period. And for what I've seen with Mike McCarthy, even if you date back when he was with Green Bay, some of his first years with when he on his Super Bowl run, actually, they had a lot of missing players, a lot of missing starters on their Super Bowl team, and they won with their backups coming in to replace some of the key players, man. And I credit that with Mike McCarthy, bro.
Yeah, man, and just want to point out to the viewers, we've given a lot of credit to a lot of people on the offense. We haven't given any credit to the offensive coordinator, and I'm sure Jay Hitz might have his reason, but mine is Cooper Rush was doing his thing. The O-line, running backs was doing their thing the first couple of drives, and then the rest of the game up until the last drive, it's like they took their foot off the gas. It's like they let up, and I keep referencing last week with the Bengals and the Steelers. The Steelers kind of let up last week too when the Bengals got back in the game, and I blame Kellen Moore for that. I don't know if he had nerves because the coach kind of got on him last week, but you want to try to keep doing what's successful. Certainly when they come within 10 or 7 points, like, all right, come on, let's not wait to the last possession to all of a sudden start trying to move the ball again. So that's probably my one complaint is it's hard to say that 17 is enough in the NFL. I don't think anyone in the stadium, I don't think anybody watching at home thought, oh, okay, yeah, we up. What was it, 17-3? We up, we good. No, I think everybody was thinking, I think one more. Can we get one more touchdown, please? And he didn't do it, and it was nerves. And man, when that kick went through, I was like trying to gauge the crowd's reaction. Like, did it go in? And then, finally Jim Nantz and Tony Romo was like, okay, the Cowboys won. Well, okay, cool. Because, woo.
Yeah, man, it's amazing, man. Cooper Rush, bro, he came to play for one thing. I saw him hit Noah Brown, man. Noah Brown had a great game. He went five catches, 91 yards in the tub. Man, that's pretty good. CeeDee Lamb, he wasn't just a no-show. He had 7 catches with 75. So I saw that Cooper was hitting his receivers, man. He was hitting the open receiver. He made some great throws too. And like going back to Kellen Moore, it seemed like once we went up 17-13, he got conservative. He wouldn't let them throw the ball. Then when they came back on that last drive, you're like, okay, now Cooper, go run it for us. And give credit to Cooper, man. He got the job done. Like, he hit a pass over the middle to Noah Brown, and I think he hit one to CeeDee Lamb. put us in field goal range to win the game. So yeah, it was great on that end. But the one thing that stood out more than anything, and I don't think we've mentioned this yet, and that's that defense, bro.
Oh yeah.
Led by that lion, Michael Parsons.
Yes, sir.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm
C-Rob.
listening.
Don't
Okay, here we go. Hey,
don't
folks, this is gonna be good.
don't turn me off until you listen to my whole point.
Okay. Hey, I'm listening.
You remember that Giants team that won the Super Bowl when they beat New England in their undefeated season?
Oh boy.
If you remember that team, though, what stood out most, what carried that team was their defensive line. I think they had Yuma Ura, Michael Strahan, Justin Tuck, Pierre Paul, and that defensive line constantly put pressure on the opposing quarterback, where if they wasn't getting the sack, they was making the turn. The DBs was catching the interception, get the turnover. And I'm looking at our defensive line, bro, and we got some players, man. We have some players. We have some players that can rush the passer, bro, dude. DeLawrence Armstrong.
Yep.
You know, he had 5 sacks last year. He had a big sack this year, last game. You know,
he has 2 right now.
There you go. You got what's the guy we got from Atlanta? He came over.
Yeah.
He played well, man. And of course, you know, Michael Parsons, he did his thing. And so, call me crazy. But I feel if the Cowboys could change their philosophy to like, we just gonna run the ball, take their out the ball somewhat. We got the big play in Tony Pollard. It's still a threat there. And let's make sure that our defense can don't put them in bad situations and let them somewhat win the game for us. Because with this line, bro, that's the key, man. When you got a line that constantly get pressure on the quarterback, I don't care how great the quarterback is. You put pressure on him, he's not going to be as good, period. And so we have that type of line, bro. We have that type of line for what I see.
I mean, okay. I'm not gonna call you crazy because you didn't make the call. Actually, you made the call before the season started, but you didn't say it right now. So you good. Yeah, this is a really talented D line, man. Led by Baby LT. Michael Parsons, man, is. I don't want to be disrespectful because you know we've been Cowboy fans for a long time. We know the history. We know what we've seen with our own eyes with Charles Haley and DeMarcus Lawrence. We've seen it. We've seen greatness here. We know what it looks like at that position. Michael Parsons, man, he is something different. He's something different, dude. Special. This only the start of his second year. Right now, his trajectory is Hall of Fame. Trajectory is all-time great. You know, will he realize that? I don't know. But what I've seen right now is something that DeMarcus Ware and Charles Haley were great. They're Hall of Famers. They're in the Ring of Honor. They're all-time greats. But this dude is just something different, man, because he can rush, he can cover, he can rush from any position, he can blitz from any position. He can cover your fastest running back. He can cover your athletic tight end. He can cover him. He can lock him down. Oh, you got a running quarterback? Don't matter. He'll spine. You're not gonna run away from him. And man, I'm excited to see this dude's like on pace for like 36 sacks right now. He could. I don't think he's gonna get 36 sacks, but sheesh, he get 28, 30. He could shatter the record. And right now, I think we had the privilege of watching this year's Defensive Player of the Year.
No doubt. And say, man, let's give props. That boy Diggs, man, played a hell of a game, bro.
Facts.
Like this thing here says that Diggs was matched up against Jamar Chase and Jefferson and he held them to 3 receptions, 17 yards, no touchdowns, bro. Some will argue that Jamar Chase and Jefferson are the top 2 receivers in the league. And when you're doing things like that, when you shutting those guys down, you're playing a hell of a game. I thought one of the key moments in the game was the tackle. On third down, you have them have the punt. Punting, by the way, to Turpin. That play is getting overlooked, man. I think he returned the ball for about 25 yards, got us on the 40-yard line. So Cooper only had to complete 2 passes to get in field goal range. That was key.
Yep.
So Turpin is already showing big right there, man. And I think he had another punt return that he was looking for. He was looking for that seam. You seen him looking. He was jitterbugging around, but he just couldn't find that seam, man. So yeah, I think that's gonna pay big for us in the future, man. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the season, man, because I think that we got our 2 toughest games out the way early. We might have a tough game sprinkled in here and there, but as far as the opponents is concerned, man, ask the Saints about Tampa Bay.
Hey, back to we will talk football today. But back to Trayvon Diggs. This was Jamar Chase before the game. He's not too much on technique. He's a little hit or miss. He's either all the way or not at all. Well, hey, man, I guess he was all the way this week. Thank you for the bulletin board material. Hey, everybody remembers in college, hey, Jamar Chase, he cooked Diggs. LSU versus Bama, he cooked. And that's fine. This the pros, man. This the pros, and you can't say that about another man that has pride like that. You can't talk to him like that. You can't put that out there, and then that man just gonna fold. And I think Diggs showed us something. I think he's off Twitter, he's off social media. He saw what we saw last year. He saw what everybody was talking about. He led the league in interceptions. He also led the league in yards given up. And he has some smart ass say he is he's the defensive version of Jameis Winston. I don't know what type of person would say something like that, but he heard all the noise, man. And I think he out this year trying to prove a point, and so far so good.
No doubt, man. Our secondary played good as a whole, man. I think a lot of that had to do with the pass rush we was giving, putting on Joe Burrow. But as a whole, man, our secondary played well, man. Shout out to Devon Wilson, safety, man. He was making sure tackles. Like the running back wasn't falling forward like Leonard Fournette was on the tackle. He was going backwards, and that's what you look for with a safety. He was coming up, laying the hat. I think Javon Curse gave us more flexibility at that position as far as the things that he can do. But one thing about Wilson, man, he's a thumper. He comes down and he hits you, man. And that's what that game he allowed us to be physical on the back end, which is a great thing. Anthony Brown played well. I think what you kind of got on him a little bit at the end. T. Higgins, did him in a little bit at the end, but overall, man, he played a pretty decent game. It's nothing. Oh, Anthony Barr, we had a spotting. Anthony Barr came down making tackles, man. I think last week we didn't even know he played. So I didn't remember anything he did. No. But this week he showed up, man, and he made some plays. So yeah, I like what I'm seeing with the defense. I like the trajectory that the defense is on, and I think the opponents are coming in with the Giants next, man. I think we're gonna really see what this defense got.
Yeah, man, I agree, man. They fly to the ball. They fly to the ball. It's really kind of, Sunday was almost must see TV. You know how sometimes you get up, go to the bathroom, or go get in something else cold to drink during the game. I made sure when the Cowboys was on defense, like, oh no, I'm locked in for that. I'm pretty sure on offense we're gonna punt, but I want to see what this defense do.
Yeah.
And it was quite impressive. They got 6 sacks. They could have had more. And Joe Burrow was never comfortable. And I saw this the other day. The Cowboys defenses played Tom Brady, Mike Evans, Julio Jones, Chris Godwin, Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon. And they've allowed 36 points in 2 games. That's 18 points a game.
It's a pretty big lineup too. Those some names on that list, boy.
Yeah. That's 18 points a game so far that your defense is giving up. You take that every week. If you can hold opponents like that every week, you're going to win a lot of games, no matter who your quarterback is. Or excuse me, you'll be in position to win a lot of games.
No doubt about it.
Also, I don't know if you want to move on just yet to something else, but I do want to point out the rookie left tackle.
He played well, man. He played well.
You've been watching him all off season. You watched his college tape. Tell me what you think about him so far.
Man, for what I've seen with him, man, he like I say, he's a rookie, but he's going up with some of the best defensive ends in the game. He went against Shaq Barron, and don't get it twisted, man. The Bengals had a great defensive line themselves. For what I see, man, he's good. He's real good with the run. You know, he's physical, man. At the point of contact, he drives his man and try to get up to the second level. I still think there's a little technique issues with his pass blocking. Sometimes he lunges a little bit, and then the defensive end gets off of him. But outside of that, man, he's playing well, bro. The question I got for you is what's going to happen when Tyron Smith comes back?
Hey, man, you know, we kind of talked about this, man. It's gonna be tough, but here's my thought. This is assuming Tyron Smith is 100% healthy and his tendon has fully reattached to the damn bone, which I find extremely hard to believe. Like, it might reattach, but not reattach good enough to play in the NFL.
Yeah,
you know, reattach good enough to walk around and play with your kids. But I really think Jerry's kind of blowing smoke saying Tyron's going to be back this year.
Yeah.
But for your hypothetical, I think I countered your hypothetical, and I said, what if Tyler Smith doesn't give up 1 sack this year and only one hurry that he already did this week? What if he's voted to the Pro Bowl and 100% healthy Tyron Smith comes back? Are you gonna move him to guard? And he's all pro left tackle as a rookie? I'm not. I'm retiring Tyron Smith.
Let me ask you this. Okay, you say no, you wouldn't, but the left guard, if there's a real weakness that just out and stares you right in the face, is left guard. What if by moving Tyler Smith to left guard and Tyron Smith to left tackle make us a better offensive line this year? Do you do it? Not in the future. It's not. Of course, it's not going to make us better in the future. But for this year, would you do
it? That would be really tough. And if I got like I said, my rookie's all pro, I'm not moving them, man. I just can't. I can't. I think I asked you to follow up. Golly, I can't think. I just had a brain fart on who we acquired from as a left tackle. Golly.
Oh, Jason Peters.
Thank you. Jason Peters should be ready in another couple weeks. If Tyler is a little shaky this week, does Jason Peters come in as your new left tackle, and then you kick Tyler Smith to guard?
No, Jason Peters, I think, needs to just be a backup. He's 40 years old, man. He's not the same Jason Peterson that we remember playing with Philadelphia. You know, I feel like just being a backup will be a great service to the Cowboys offensive line, because you never know, man, how that turned out. So yeah.
Okay. Well, hey man, we moved on to the point now where we've talked about this. We talked about this before the show. So Jay Hits, who is this week's Hit Zone Offensive Player of the Game?
Man, I have to give it to Noah Brown, man. We was looking for a receiver to step up, and he did it, man. He went 5 catches for 91 yards and a touchdown. And so, hey, I figured that's game of the week, player of the week worthy right there, man. Cooper Rush, it was a hard decision between him and Cooper Rush, but like I said, we've been needing a receiver to step up like this if you compared it to the first game. So yeah, Noah Brown is my offensive player of the week and is the Hit Zone offensive player of the week.
Yes, sir. And for our defensive player of the week, I mean, this really goes without saying. All my dude did was wreak havoc. He's really good at it. And that's Michael Parsons. And time will tell. Indeed, is this the best defender in the NFL? We got people around the country saying this. This is Michael Gelkin asking this question. Great damn question, man. And I told you earlier in the show, I think we are, man. I don't think this is the last time Michael Parsons is our player of the game. How about that?
No doubt about it, man. Think about Michael Parsons too. I feel like he raised the play of the people around him. It's one thing to be great, but it's something else when you can raise the level of the people around you. Like DeMarcus Ware was a great pass rusher, but I don't feel like DeMarcus Ware made the other guy across from raise his level up. If you remember, if you date back to when we had in the 90s, when we had what's our defensive end?
Charles Haley.
Tony Tolbert, man, raised his level up. It was almost like Tony Tolbert became a Pro Bowler because of
Jim Jeffcoat.
Jeffcoat.
Jeffcoat, Tony Casillas, everybody became a name. You're right. I never thought of that.
There you go. And I feel like Michael Parsons is that type of dude, man. Some dudes just make their teammates better. And he's one of those guys, man. So, yeah, I see. And he's just a pup, man. What is he, 21, 22 years old?
He's young guy.
Yeah, it's a pup, dog. And, I say if he bite at a pup, he damn sure going to bite you as a dog, man.
Right. And he ain't a pup. He a kid, because that there's a line.
Yeah.
Well, man, we'll get into our picks in a moment. But guess we can kind of move on to the rest of the NFL. Hey man, we got a lot of Saints fans that watch the show, man. I had a tough Sunday, man. I watched as much of that game as I could. It was a hard watch. It was a real hard watch. Both of those defenses played solid. I will give the Saints defense credit. They held on as long as they could. But they going up against the GOAT. The Bucks, they weren't going up against the GOAT. They were going up against Jameis Winston. And it looked like some of y'all in the Who Dat, man, like y'all already giving up on Mr. Eat the W. Y'all asking why is he still the game? Why is he still in the game? Is it Andy Dalton time? I can't believe what I was seeing, bro. Why they already turning on this dude's supposed to lead them to the Super Bowl and they already turning on him in week 2? What's up here?
Think about Jameis Winston, man. Jameis Winston is defined perfectly with these first 2 games of his of this season. Jameis Winston can throw you in a game like he did in game 1. He threw him back in the game, man. I think he threw for almost 200 some yards in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
But he can throw you out of a game like he did in this past week. He threw them out of that game. He was throwing picks. But that's what you have with Jameis Winston. That's why I was saying with Sean Payton was his governor.
Yep.
I think if Sean Payton was still Sean Payton made Jameis Winston to be a bus driver somewhat, and try to get him out of that gun slinging mentality. And I think that with that being said, man, this year, with Carmichael is his coach, he's not really, on him about getting him out of that gunslinging mentality. I think the main reason he went to the Saints was because Sean Payton was there.
Yep.
So without Sean Payton, I think he's the Tampa Bay Jameis Winston.
Yeah, and you're right. I think if he was having that type of game with Sean Payton, he'd have put Taysom Hill in there. Taysom Hill would have played the whole second half.
Or he would have called plays that take that away from him. Hey, check down.
Run.
Yeah, run,
every play.
Down, screens. He's going to call that type of game for him. If it's there, then go and get it. But if it's not, nah.
Well, hey, man. That was all fun and all, but something else happened in that game. It wasn't just about Jameis. So yeah, your boy Mike Evans is suspended, man. I guess he was defending Tom Brady. That's what he says he was doing. What you think about that fight, man?
Yeah, Mike Evans, he has history of it, man. But I feel like Tom Brady was the one that started the fight. He got in the Lattimore's face, man. And then once the fight started, you didn't see Tom Brady anymore. It's all the other dudes coming in to his defense. So, yeah, man, I mean, it's good that the players, defend their quarterback, but at the same time, man, Tom Brady be starting that stuff, man. Especially when it comes to the Saints. And the Saints was the team that he went over to the sideline and said something to the coach or something. Was that him?
I don't remember that.
He went over to the sideline talking noise to their coach and their offensive coordinator. So, only Tom Brady can get away with stuff like that.
Yeah. And I think Bruce Arians was on the sideline talking. I think you kind of instigate too.
Yeah.
But it was fun. It was funny. That has become a rivalry. Like, hey, I'm not a Saints fan. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I know y'all talk about Atlanta as the rival. But at least like temporarily, is it Tampa Bay? As long as Tom Brady's there, I guess. Because those are always fun matchups. I'll give them that. That is always fun to watch. And you're right, man. They let Brady get away with a lot. Cole said Mike Evans had the goon mode for Brady. Hey, what y'all know about them Texas boys, man? He stays ready. He defended Jameis the same way.
Yeah. Mike Evans, I mean, I had an old coach that always said that everybody's tough with a helmet on, man. He always go and get in front of the fight with that helmet on. Take that helmet off. Let's see what you got.
Hey, he don't do all that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, everybody tough with a helmet.
Like, it's still football, man. What always trips me out is the dudes that swing on dudes that are wearing a helmet. You willing to break your hand to not hurt this other guy.
Exactly.
It's crazy, man. But hey, man, there were 3 other games that were just crazy. They had crazy endings. I think all these teams came back from double digits.
Oh, yeah.
Cleveland, this is for you. Y'all had them 30-17 and lost 31-30. I can't. Oh gosh, Cleveland's running back could have. He broke Chubb. He broke, and he could have just went down at the 1 with 1 minute and 30 seconds left and just killed the game. He ain't do it. He scored. They went up 30-17 and they lost 31-30. It's amazing. Miami, I got to something with the Miami score because Tua, who everybody gets on to, he can't throw. He went 36 of 50 for dang near 470 yards and 6 passing touchdowns. Tua, I know you had some thoughts on Tua. He played his tail off in that fourth quarter. What you have to say about that?
It goes to show you what happens when you have weapons. You know, all you heard about Tua, he can't throw, he doesn't have an NFL throw or arm, and all this stuff. But when you got that cheat over there and Waddle, oh, you become a good quarterback real quick. You know, um, yeah, this game, man, it was a straight track meet, man. It was exciting to see, especially when they started their comeback. Uh, he threw for 6 touchdown passes, bro. Six,
Amazing. Yep.
6. So yeah, it was that was a wild game, man.
You know what else was a wild game was Arizona and Las Vegas. You know, if you're watching the Cowboys locally, they switched to this game after the Cowboys beat the Bengals. And we watching, like, oh, okay, all right. I didn't know it was 20-0. It was like, okay, Cardinals came back. Cool. Okay, let's see what little Kyler Murray does. If you're from the Metroplex, you know what Kyler Murray can do. I've seen it. I saw it. I saw him play in high school. I saw him tear up my alma mater, Skyline. I saw him tear up my University of Texas Longhorns, running up and down the field. And he did it to the Raiders. I think it was a 2-point conversion. He ran the ball 80 yards to convert a 2-point conversion. He looked like a little baby out there running from them big dudes, but nobody can stop him, man. What you think about that finish?
Yo, man, Kyler Murray, man, like you say, we've been seeing this dude do this on every level. I don't doubt him anymore. You know, um, somebody said that when Kyler Murray gets to scrambling, it's like a little toddler running from his parents. He got a toy or something, and his parents trying to get it from him. And so every time I see him scramble, that's what I think about. You know, it messes me up, man. This dude, man, I got him listed like 5'10", but you know, we've been to his games.
There's no way.
He's about 5'7", man, at the most, you know. But hey, he's an assassin, man. Can't take that away from him.
He's a bad man. There was a incident. Well, before I get to the incident, I want to say that game-winning play. It was in overtime. I don't have the video for that. It was in overtime, and Raiders receiver fumbled. He fumbled 2 plays in a row, but the second fumble on the sideline, it was scooped up and ran back by Arizona. The dude did the Deshaun Jackson thing. He dropped the ball right at the goal line. And you don't know how bad I wanted them to say it was a touchback. Because I hate when dudes do that. Bro, just freaking scored a touchdown. Please. It's not cool anymore. That was amazing, man. But yeah, props to Arizona. Props to the homeboy, Allen Eagle, representing. Good job, man. So now I want to talk about the division. You know, Cowboys won, they did their thing. Monday Night Football, the Eagles destroyed the Minnesota Vikings. Did you get a chance to watch any of that game? You got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I watched it. The thing about the Eagles, man, we always said that if they ever got a quarterback, they was going to be dominant. And it's a small sample size, but Jalen Hurts look like he's improved, and he has improved every year. You could say that, but it look like he's throwing the ball better. Granted, I feel like Minnesota lost the game. Kirk Cousins became Kirk Cousins again. You know, if anybody scheduled Kirk Cousins in prime time, you guaranteed to win. You know, he's gonna throw you at least 2 or 3 picks every prime time game. So that was a thing with them. It wasn't any. They didn't have any pressure as far as scoring pressure on them. So it's kind of easy for you as a quarterback, especially, to just sling it around the field. But I think the Eagles are pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to act like they are trash or anything, but I don't know if they're that much better than the Cowboys as we stand right now. So only time will tell.
I agree with you. Hey, I'll give credit where credit is due. Jalen Hurts played a great game. He played a damn near flawless game. So you gotta give credit where it's due. I'll say this, man. He plays for the Eagles. If he didn't play for the Eagles, I'd probably, I'd pull for him. But like Tua, he got weapons this year. He got weapons. So, he's from Texas. He just plays for the wrong team, so can't pull it for him, man. I think there's something to be said about what you said about Kirk Cousins. I saw this today on Twitter. Every 3 to 4 games, Kirk Cousins always has that one game where he throws for over 100 yards and 3 interceptions. That's just what Kirk Cousins do. If you play Kurt at noon, man, he like Joe Montana, Tom Brady. Like you might lose, but you play him in prime time, you gonna win. You gonna chalk that up as a dub. And so, like you, I'm like, okay, that was a good game, Eagles, but Kirk Cousins was terrible. It's like every time I do something and I'd look like, oh, Vikings finna score, I turn away. And then I come back like, wait, what happened? Seems like that dude threw all the interceptions in the end zone, man. He's I don't want to say trash, but he's not a very good quarterback sometimes. Most of the time he's not good. How about that?
Definitely.
So other game in our division, the football team lost to Detroit. So that's it. That's the tweet. Hey man, I'm real close with the football team fan, and every year, you're a homer. You're a homer, Hits. You're a homer.
No doubt.
You ain't no homer. You ain't no homer like my cousin. Every year, hey, Redskins. I think he still calls them Redskins. They going to the Super Bowl. Like they gonna win the division. And most years, I'm like, really? Like we watching the same thing? And hey man, I think Detroit is much improved. I think Detroit will win like 5, 6, 7 games this year. But still, it's embarrassing to lose to them.
Yeah. Washington, who we thought they were.
Yeah.
So that first week was fool's gold, man. Yeah.
They were believers though. They were believers.
Shout out to that boy Rich.
Rich, what up? That's the best man right there. Oh man. How about him? Hey man, it might still be our division. It might like nothing I've seen so far is kind of giving me worry. Good game by the Eagles, but I gotta see more.
Yeah, Rich is a Ravens fan, man.
How, bro? How?
Hey, Rich, you want to come on the show?
You got to explain your Ravens fandom, bro. How that even happen? Yeah, we can talk about that, bro. Well,
click the link, Rich. Click the link if you want to.
There was one other game. Jay Hits. There was one other game in our division, and the New York Giants defeated the Carolina Panthers. My thoughts on this is it's Carolina, man. Like, hey, I don't want to be super disrespectful. The Giants they look better. They look better. They clearly their defense is probably average to good. I would think, and their offense though is trash. I think they won that game because of running game in Baker Mayfield. That's my thoughts. I don't respect this win at all. I don't think Baker Mayfield's a very good quarterback, and I don't think the Panthers are a very good team. And we'll get into our predictions for this game in a moment. You tell me what's your thoughts on the Giants.
I mean, I don't mean to disrespect any team that's 2-0 in the NFL. Winning is hard to do in the NFL. They're 2-0. I don't feel like they really played a good opponent. They're going to have a good test with the Cowboys this week. The Cowboys going to have a good test also, but I feel like the Cowboys should beat these guys, man. They still have Danny Dimes, a quarterback. As long as Danny Dimes is your quarterback, I don't fear your team.
Nope. No, man. Same way. Now I was listening to Brian Broaddus on the Fan today, and former Cowboy scout. He's breaking it down. He's breaking down the Giants' defense and the Giants' offense. And what he was saying about the Giants' defense is 25% of the pass plays they defend go for over 20 yards. A fourth of the passes that they have to cover go for over 20 yards. Do you know how crazy that is? So even with Cooper Rush and with possibly Michael Gallup coming back, I think we can move the ball on their defense. I really think Coop just got to throw it deep a few times to kind of push them back to show, hey, I'll do it. And then Tony Pollard and Zeke, they can eat. And defensively, I think we got to play Aaron Rodgers later this year. But outside of Aaron Rodgers, I think we played the two best quarterbacks we're going to play this year. Just look at the Cowboys schedule. It's weak as far as the quarterback play goes.
Still got Matthew Stafford, if you want to call him.
Still got Matthew Stafford. But I think these other three guys are better. But that's neither here nor there. Matthew Stafford's a good quarterback. My point that I'm making, though, is anytime they're playing a quarterback like Danny Dimes, I'm going to pick the Cowboys to win. I said when Dak got hurt, they probably go 7-10. So this is definitely one of the 7. They're going to get this dub this weekend.
Shout out to that boy Simp, man. He said, the only problem could be the Eagles. Cowboys going as far as sticks, number 11 go. You're going to be up and down on offense with more. I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, none of us like Kellen Moore. He's a terrible play caller. He's terrible. He kept the Bengals in the game last week. But yeah, as far as like I said, this week goes with the Giants and the Cowboys, I'm thinking like 23-9, maybe 23-7. If as long as Cooper Rush doesn't turn the ball over.
Yeah, I got a similar score. I got it 24-17 though.
Oh, okay. That's much close.
Yeah, I got 24-17 just because they're at home.
Oh yeah, it's a whiteout. So yeah, we should be pretty nervous going into that one.
Sim got it at 20-17. Yeah, we similar.
I just want to let me ask both of y'all this, man. We talked about the Cowboys defense, right? We said they averaging 18 points a game that they give up. So they gave up 18 to Tom Brady and Joe Burrow. Tell me how the Giants get to 17.
Home field advantage. That's what I'm giving them. They gave up those points at home. Cowboys played their first 2 games at home. Now we're going on the road. Defense does travel, but at the same time, I feel like that the Giants might have a crowd behind them. Could give them an extra boost. That's why I'm giving them a little more than that. And it's a common opponent. None of these teams are fooling each other.
I was excited when their coach asked for a whiteout because I know how that stadium goes. I know how New York goes. Like we said, we've been Cowboy fans since the 80s. So we know it's going to be a lot of Cowboy fans in that stadium. So I don't know. I really don't. I think that home field is going to help them in that whiteout energy for like 70% of the stadium is going to give them a little bit of a boost. It might mean 7 points. It might mean 7 if our defense lets them score. You probably end up with 3. Like they'll come out hot and drive the ball to about the 30, and then our defense turns them away. Like I'm for some odd reason, I'm very confident in this game. And then I hate to say it, man, but I don't trust that Saquon Barkley is gonna make it out of this game. He always seemed to get hurt. He always seemed to get hurt when he play us.
He was running good these past 2 games, but you're right about that.
He looked great. He like the Tyron Smith of the Giants.
Yeah. Hey, we got to pay attention to this one right here, y'all. You got to pay attention. Lou been predicting pretty good here. Hey, Lou say 27 to 24 boards. Yeah, we all around the same ballpark.
I'm gonna ask Lou the same thing. We just held Tom Brady and Joe Burrow to 18 points a game. How the Giants getting 24?
What you got them getting? What's your score again?
Shoot, you put me on the spot. I think I said 7. I think I said 23-7 or 23-6.
Okay.
Like I see one kind of fluky touchdown offensively. Or maybe even special teams. One fluky one that they get. And then I says, as long as Cooper Rush don't turn it over. Because that's how they get their points. Those points y'all talking about, they get their points because Cooper Rush threw a pick 6. Or Zeke fumbled. Or Tony Pollard fumbled. One of those things happen, and that's how they defense scores. That's how they help get 17 or 24. But hey, we shall see.
We got one more comment from the chat. Barkley Shepard, and they got another good receiver and tight end against 55. Okay. Yeah, Giants got pretty good personnel. We're not arguing that as long as they stay healthy.
Nah, man.
But they quarterback.
Kadarius Toney is probably the only receiver that makes you nervous. And then Saquon Barkley. That's all they got. That's it.
Shepard a deep threat if he stay healthy.
Yeah, but Toney is he's the guy.
Yeah.
And then they got some other guy that I think they got from like the 49ers practice squad or something. Like, no, if they beat this defense, that'd be
it comes down to Jones. It comes down to their quarterback. Can a quarterback make plays?
Yeah.
And I don't have confidence in him making plays.
No, I got more confidence that he'll make a play for the Cowboys.
Yeah. No.
But hey, man, we spent this first hour. Wait, do we got any more comments about NFL?
Got one more. Yeah. That's the key.
But bro, these last 2 weeks, that's what they've been doing to better players and held them to 18. That's the point I'm trying to make.
The Giants' offensive line might be little better than the Bengals.
Oh.
A little better.
We don't. Then the Bengals, yeah, but worse than the Bucks.
Yeah, no doubt.
But hey, that was real fun. Like I said, we're looking forward to Monday night. All my rowdy friends will be back for Monday night. We're looking forward to it. Hey man, we might be able to do a live post game Monday night football.
No doubt.
We'll see. But that was fun and all. But to his zone, we watch us some college football, bro. And we hook 'em horns around here. So let's talk a little college football after this.
All right, hey guys, this is Coach Foe. All right, he played with us back when Vince Young was on the team. All right, played 6 years in the NFL, knows what he's talking about. All right, he's gonna be working with the DBs. All right. My bad, Coach. I had a lab. We stayed a little late. Hold on, Coach. I got this one. Peters, right? Okay. You wanna be late? I heard about your girl in Jacobs, right? Let's just hope she's not late. Get out.
Hey man, shout out to Coach 30 on Twitter. This dude has the funniest day videos, I think, on Twitter, certainly sports related. So yeah, definitely give them a follow because that dude's hilarious. But why are we here? Because the definition of a trap game happened, and the Longhorns handled their business, brother. They handled their business. And how about we get a little hey, if we'd have lost, they'd be talking about us, bro.
No doubt about it, man. I like what I saw. If you remember at the beginning of the season, I looked at the schedule and I was like, Alabama, we're going to lose to Alabama. But that next game after Alabama was UTSA. And I didn't want it to be where Alabama beat us twice because it was the definition of a trap game. UTSA has a lot of talent. They have NFL talent on their squad. And so I feel like with watching the game, we went down. They did an onside kick, turned around, scored a touchdown quick.
Nope.
And I felt like when we got down, I feel like the past 10 years, that was a game with a loss, no doubt. The thing about the Longhorns, they get up for the teams, they're big opponents. They get up for the Notre Dames, LSU's, the Alabamas, but it's the Kansas teams and the smaller tier, the little brother, so to speak, teams that I worry about. And with this, when they went into the halftime, it was 17-17, and I felt like they said, "Hey man, let's go kick little brother's butt a little bit." And they came out and they established their dominance. And to me, that is the great sign that Texas football is on the right path to getting where they need to be.
Yeah, man, I agree. There was never nerves watching this game. It was just frustration. It was frustration just watching, like, okay, man, like, because we Longhorn fans, we got PTSD. It's like, okay, all right, okay. We letting them hang around a little too long. We giving up plays, and what really stood out to me was, especially in the first half, was we kept giving their receivers so much space and so much respect. It's like, why are we giving UTSA receivers so much respect, giving them 10-yard cushions? And then I relaxed. I was like, my bad. Gary Patterson on the sideline over there. He knows something. And then I was like, he think this quarterback is good, but he ain't that accurate. And he was waiting on a pick. He was waiting on it, and I promise you, bro, I was sitting in my game room, and I said, right when this happened, I said, they got it. They've been waiting on it all night. And that broke the game open. Jahdae Barron's pick 6. Game was over. What'd you think of that moment? What'd you think of the lead up? How the Longhorns were playing? How the game was going?
Yeah, that was a big point in the game when he got the pick six. I felt the second half it was a different story. I felt like the Longhorns came in at the second half and they established the run. Bijan, it was like it was similar to the Cowboys. You know, they had backup quarterbacks and they won the game with the run game and defense. And I felt like that was the key to victory on both the Cowboys and the Longhorns, and it showed, man. Bijan Johnson, it was his best game so far this year, man. I think he broke it a couple of times, man. And one thing about Bijan, man, like he can got faster. You know, it's like
Yep.
he's not even within a inch of him, man. He's leaving everyone. So yeah, I felt like the Longhorns came in with a good game plan. Next week is Texas Tech, and hopefully we can get Ewers back. I still think Carr still have a problem with reading defenses. He holds the ball too long. That's still his issue. But outside of that, man, I was impressed with what I saw as far as the ability to them to stick with it and not get down on themselves just because the team jumped out on them. They stuck with it, man, and they came out victorious.
Yeah, man, cool. I agree. I agree. I think to piggyback off of what you said, I feel like the Longhorns are are primed to make a run at this point. Um, if viewers can play, sky's the limit. Um, I'll say this about Hudson Card: he was better week two. He was better week two. Clearly he wasn't going up against Alabama's defense, but he didn't hold the ball quite as long. And I said that pick six helped blow the game open, but Hudson Card had a nice run too, um, that helped keep a drive going. I think he broke for like 35, 40 yards. And that was huge. That was huge. And that shows that he's willing to put it on the line for his teammates. And that can go a long way in the locker room if he has to continue to play. It's good to know your quarterback is going to put it on the line for you too. So definitely props to Hudson Card, man.
Yeah, no, I feel like Xavier Worthy is dropping some balls this year, man. Um, I would like for them to, you know, get some more guys on the field and let's see what they have because I think Xavier dropped a couple last week too, and he sure dropped a touchdown in the Alabama game. And so he's just a sophomore jinx. I don't know, but I just feel like he's been dropping a few. But and yeah, man. And another thing I noticed about the game, man, is Roshan. Roshan is a running back now, bro.
Yeah.
And I questioned that for years, man. He was like a quarterback playing the running back position. He was stiff, had no vision, no wiggle. But now, I think he did he leap over a dude in the last game.
Yeah.
Man, that's something you would never see Roshan ever do. So I think being in the same running back room with Bijan and having Choice as your running back coach, I think he's improved as a running back. And
Yes.
I like what I saw from him, man. And going forward, they're gonna be at access to us.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think Roshan done made himself into an NFL prospect. And that says a lot from where he was, because he definitely looked like a quarterback that was playing running back. It looked awkward. But yeah, now he looks like a player. And again, somebody that'll put it on the line for the team. He put his own career on the line for his teammates. That's what he did by going from quarterback to running back.
Yeah,
That type of that's character. That type of person that can make a sacrifice like that. You got to give him credit.
because he easily could have got in the transfer portal and say, "I'm going to go play quarterback in North Texas."
Yep.
Something.
Yeah. He loves the team. He loves UT, and that's the type of guys you want on your team. we got to the point of this conversation where we say who our player of the game is, and I'll start on defense. On defense, it was a no brainer. Jade Barron, 44-yard pick six, and he's not only our player of the game, he was the Big 12 player of the week, Big 12 defensive player of the week. So shout out to Jade Barron. Hooker.
Yeah, I thought that was and the pick came at a big point of the game too. It wasn't like it was the
Yeah.
first quarter. Like it was a pivotal point of the game. So yeah, he came up big with that.
All right, and can you talk about our offensive player of the game?
Offensive player of the game for me, man, was Bijan. Heisman Trophy candidate, man. This guy is making himself a lot of money. Just his ability to, Bijan can get into a play. He's dead to right, man. They had him cut off all angles, everything, and he could make a no gain. He could stretch it into a 3-yard game. Like his vision and his ability to cut back is like amazing. And man, I like this kid, man. I wish we could have him for another year, but I don't see it happen.
No.
I see this being his last year, man. But yeah, he hasn't been a disappointment at all. He's been like one of the best running backs we've had since
Charles?
yeah.
Charles? Yep.
Yeah. I was gonna what was the guy?
Freeman. You think about Freeman?
Yeah,
Foreman.
Yeah, Foreman. Dante Foreman. Yeah, Dante Foreman's pretty decent too, but yeah. He's up in that category, so
Yeah, man. I'm glad he's on our side, man. You think he's a first round pick? Think he's the first running back taken?
first running back taken. I can see that. I don't know if that means first rounder or not.
I got you.
I can see that.
Tell you this. I've got a feeling taking it back to the NFL, the Cowboys might be without Zeke and Tony Pollard in the next year or so. I wouldn't be mad about Bijan Robinson being on the Cowboys. Just say that.
Depends on who's there, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But some we didn't get into. It also happened in this game. Longhorns got hosed against Alabama on a weak targeting call. But y'all tell us what y'all think. Watch this game live. There was face-to-face contact. Not the crown of the helmet. But I believe Overshown is 6'3", and the quarterback was 6'1" in stooping. So I don't see how you call that targeting. And we still don't have it on any word on if that's been reversed or not.
Actually, word came down that it's being upheld. He would be missed the first 2 quarters of Texas.
Hey, man. Another thing, I really feel like the Big 12 refs in the Big 12 office are not going to give us anything. There was some news that came out earlier this week about Overshown. They said something about, him being arrested on Monday. Really, it was something that happened in December. And, then it starts going around Longhorn Nation that, okay, this DA that put this out here is a Texas Tech alum. And that happening, and then, these calls that we've been getting, that was a Big 12 crew against Alabama that you said last week missed more calls than any other crew in NCAA history. It just really makes me feel like the Longhorns better not have any close. If there's a close game, they're going to lose because the officials are going to make sure they do. But anyway, your thoughts on that hit?
Yeah, you can't go into the game. As far as his hit is concerned, I don't think it was targeting. No, it was more like his face mask is kind of in his chest. I didn't even see the helmet actually even hit his head. So I don't think it was targeting. I really thought that the Big 12 was going to overturn it so he won't miss the first 2 quarters in the Texas Tech game, but that didn't happen. So, hey, Texas got to get that mentality, next man up. You know, we have athletes all over the field, man. So if Overshawn is out, then we got another guy. We should have another 5-star sitting there waiting his turn, and hopefully he can show out in the Texas Tech game.
And hey man, that's a good segue. Texas Tech. So Texas Tech is our next opponent Saturday afternoon in Lubbock. Tech's previous game they played at NC State and they lost 27-14. Tech is an anomaly, bro. You know, it's like I don't fear Tech. I fear Lubbock. And I'm somebody that I have family there. I spent a lot of time in Lubbock. I know Lubbock. And Lubbock's weird, bro. Weird things happen in Lubbock. If you're a top team going into Lubbock, Tech ain't ever a trap game. Tech ain't ever a trap game, bro. Because you don't want to go up there and mess around. You want to go up there, you handle your business and go home. And thankfully for us, it's not a night game. It's not a night game. It's an afternoon game. It's not October. It's not cold. There's no cold weather coming in there. It's just a Saturday afternoon in Texas, and it's going to be like 95 degrees. I think the Longhorns are going to handle their business against Tech.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Where I get my confidence at too in this game is Garrett Patterson with our defense, man. If anyone knows Texas Tech, he's knows Texas Tech. So I feel like he know how to beat these guys. He's going to put our defense in a position to make plays. And if we get yours back, I feel like Texas Tech shouldn't cause any problem for us to beat them. That's my personal opinion on that.
Yeah, man, I agree. I was actually more concerned about UTSA than Tech. Hey, man, if we lose, all this comments going to come back and bite us in the behind. But that's the confidence, man. We put 70 on Tech last year. A lesser team, Texas had a lesser team last year than they do now. Put 70 on
It was at
Tech.
home, though, too, though.
Okay, so 70 at home means what on the road, bro?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still a butt whooping.
Bro, if we Texas and we the team that we want to be, we shouldn't have to worry about no team until we get to Oklahoma. That's how it's always been. You know, if Texas and Oklahoma goes into those games undefeated.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
That's how it
gotta
be.
Against another top 5 team.
Yeah.
But you're right. I'm not saying we're gonna run away with it, but I would think like a very similar score to UTSA. I'm thinking something like 38-17 if Hudson Card is playing. If Hudson Card is playing, 38-17. If Quinn's playing, that would make for a more interesting game because I think Tech fans really thought he was gonna go there. But I'm not sure why they think somebody from the Metroplex would choose Lubbock over Austin, but they thought that. So I think they would try to rain hell on him. But I think he has the stomach for it. I think Quinn Ewers is a fighter. I think if he plays, we run up the score. Like last year. Like we might put 50, 60, 70 on their field. On their sellout field. What's your prediction?
I got us winning 35-14.
Okay. That's a very similar score, bro.
What's your prediction, Lou? Let's ask Lewis what's his prediction.
Yeah, where you at, bro? Look, you hit this week and start putting money on your predictions, bro.
We'll take you to Vegas.
But so yeah, shout out to the Longhorns going up to Lubbock again. The best uniform in college sports, the Icy Whites. We'll be on the South Plains Saturday afternoon. Hook 'em. You know, we also rep the home team over here on the Hit Zone, bro. So, unfortunately, SMU took an L this week. They were in position to win this game. But my bad. They were at least in position to take this game into overtime. But came up short. I had a couple of turnovers, I think, from the quarterback and some shaky red zone play. But no, games like these, they kind of hurt. They kind of hurt when you're certainly when you're a squad like SMU. Hell, when you're Texas, who lost to Maryland 2 years in a row. Games like these, they can kind of get you going. You know, oh, okay, we beat Maryland. We beat a Big Ten team. Kind of disappointing loss for SMU. Okay, Lewis, that's your prediction for Texas, 42-24. Hey, man, I'll take that.
Yeah. Just win, baby.
Just win. Win and move on. Oh, hey, Lou, I want to play Bama again. I want to play Bama. We want Bama.
Watch what you wish for.
I want them back.
But if we are playing Bama, I want them too, because that's been winning the playoffs for us.
Exactly. Sure.
We get blown out. We get blown out the last game of the season.
Yeah, that's fine. Because that mean we ran the table, bro.
And that means we're getting all the recruits.
Yeah, sure. Man. Yeah, speaking of, we lost one today, but that's cool. Can't get them all.
We got the rival going this weekend too.
We gonna get to it. I just want to shout out Rashee Rice. He's leading the nation with 491 yards receiving and 3 touchdowns. 491 in 3 games, bro. Like, I think he's the next one at SMU. SMU put out, they put receivers in the league. So shout out Rashee. And as stated, it is that time of year, the Iron Skillet. If you in the Metroplex, the Iron Skillet is what the winner takes home after SMU versus TCU. SMU is in Dallas. TCU is in Fort Worth. It's Dallas versus Fort Worth. And we Mustang fans around here because they rep the D. That's Dallas's college team. Jay Hits. What's your thoughts on the Iron Skillet?
Man, the battle of Trinity River. That's how it goes down, man. I feel like SMU can give them a game, but I think TCU might get them on this one, man. But hey, every year, man, this game goes down to the last quarter, or most years. But it's a great game. It's a great rivalry, man. I'd be watching it on my TV. I'll tell you
that. You said it was the Battle of Trinity River. It's the Battle of I-20. It's the Battle of I-30. It's the Battle of 183.
35.
35.
35W, 35E.
Yeah, who's going to take the dub, W or E? If you know, you know, from the Metroplex. But say, man, what we also didn't state, golly, I hate when I'm sipping on the official drink of the Hit Zone. Sometimes I can't think of the coach now at TCU, who last year was at SMU.
Tubbs.
Not Tubbs. No. But that adds to, and I really feel like with this game being at the Hilltop, being in University Park, I really feel like SMU is gonna come out on top 2 years in a row, man. You can't let your old coach just pull up and whoop you on your home field. You can't allow that, Mustangs.
Yeah, Sonny Dykes.
Thank you. Yeah, Sonny Dykes left SMU for TCU. And the SMU, if you're wearing the Dallas uniforms, if you're wearing the Dallas jersey, and if you haven't seen it, it's red, white, and blue, and it got Dallas written across. Is really dope. If you from this city, you got to rep that, because that's just too clean. If y'all wearing that, you can't let them dudes come in here and win. Okay. Handle your business. Let's take this dub and send them back down the river, or back up river. K. Dixon transferred from Texas.
Yeah, he went to Carthage.
Hey man, Carthage puts up really good college talent, bro. Props. Hey man, SMU is not a bad team, and I must always say hashtag SMU to the Big Ten until that's all said and done. I'm always hashtag that. And it's good luck to the Mustangs against the Horned Frogs this weekend. We got some other games, bro, that just want to run through, man. Kind of get your thoughts that were kind of interesting or might have a little local feel to them. And OU and Nebraska, bro. Nebraska just fired their coach. They got the first time ever in any sport Nebraska has a black head coach. And they came out, bro. They came out stopping OU 3-0, going downfield 7-0, crowds going crazy, and then 49 unanswered.
Yeah,
Got any thoughts?
at the beginning of the season, we saw this on the schedule. Like, man, this might be a pretty good game. And like I said, if Nebraska wasn't going through so much turmoil, it probably would have been a good game. Oklahoma is just more of a team right now, and so yeah, they pulled it out and really spanked them at the end. So it is what it is. Again, I want Oklahoma to be undefeated until we play them at the fair, Texas State Fair.
Thanks,
so
bro.
keep winning, Oklahoma.
Yep,
keep winning.
And also, you don't get no love for this, bro. Nebraska's trash. They've been trash since Scott Frost been there. So y'all get, we beat Nebraska, we blew them out. That ain't Nebraska. That's not the Nebraska we grew up with. So you don't get no love for that. This was interesting, bro, because App State just coming off of that win versus Texas A&M almost got caught in the trap, bro. They threw a last-second Hail Mary to win the game, or they fall. You saying that? I know you drive the truck. So did you get a chance to see this or see the highlights?
No, I didn't see much of it. But can App State really have a trap game?
Yes, they can. When they upset somebody like a Michigan or Texas A&M, when they do that, yeah, they had the rat traps around their facility too.
Okay.
And they were close to blowing it, bro. I'll tell you one of the most interesting games of the week, and the team that put college football world on notice that they ain't just here to beat Texas. Whoever wants to smoke and come for it is Kansas. The score wasn't as close as what this shows. Kansas beat the crap out of Houston. They had Houston players fighting each other. This might be a version of that Orange Bowl Kansas team, bro. What you think about Kansas being 3-0?
Man, Kansas is real, man. I like their coach. I feel like that game against Texas kind of springboarded them a little bit. Man, they look like they're not the Kansas of old, man. We're gonna have to play these boys, man. Everybody go up against Kansas is gonna have to play Kansas. I mean, they're not that pushover easy W on your schedule anymore. Not these days, at least.
Sorry, bro. I had a thought this afternoon was, what if we got to play Kansas for the Big 12 championship?
It's possible.
Yeah, right now they 3-0. They got a better chance than us right now. And hey, how about this? 3-0 Kansas host 3-0 Duke. Not at Allen Fieldhouse, not in basketball. On the football field Saturday. That's crazy. Do we know A&M has no? No, we didn't know.
Uh-uh.
But speaking of, I will give. Can we call them the Wrecking Crew? No, we'll just call them the A&M defense. A&M defense. They handled Miami's offense really that entire game. I don't know. I think Miami's quarterback is pretty good, but his receivers was just trash. No, we don't say trash about college kids. His receivers let him down, bro. His receivers let him down a lot. But hey, when that happens, you got to the defense. What's your thoughts on A&M versus Miami?
Yeah, I felt like A&M was going to go into that game with somewhat of a chip on their shoulder. We're getting pushed around with App State. So yeah, I had them winning that. A&M has talent.
Yeah,
There's no doubt about it. It's just I think it's between the ears, man. And I'm not sure what Miami is right at this point. So yeah,
yeah.
not surprised.
For the Aggies, it's always going to come down to quarterback play.
Now, the Aggies has Arkansas this week. Now that's going to be a big game because Arkansas is no punk. Arkansas is the real deal, bro. Real talk.
And you know what Arkansas can do to A&M, and what they're pretty good at doing to A&M when they do it is wrecking their season. It happens all like A&M be like, all right, shoot, all right, yeah, we 3-0, we 4-0, and then they play Arkansas. And it's like, oh shoot, and they're 7-5 or 8-4.
Arkansas doesn't like Texas, the state of Texas.
No. They can't play us. They can't play the horns every year, so they take their frustration out on the Aggie.
The kids are grown and raised to hate the state of Texas for some reason in Arkansas.
Yeah, it's really weird, man. What's up? Like, is there an inferiority complex?
Who knows?
Lewis, Kansas quarterback might be the best quarterback in the best that played last week. Like, come on, man. But no, hey, Kansas.
He's good. Said,
what they did to Houston, like that. Not that Houston is like awesome or anything. It's just that I know Houston got some athletes, and they really made Houston look unathletic. Like it was impressive, and give them their props. So another team we don't normally we don't normally talk about the Pac-12 too often. We certainly don't talk about Arizona State, but something really weird happened after this game. Arizona State lost. Do you know who coached Arizona State? It's Herm Edwards.
He's fired.
Herm Edwards is no longer with the team. And there's video of him walking off the field after this game and talking to the school president and the athletic director. And everybody swears this dude just got fired on the sideline, which I don't think anybody's ever seen before. And it is really amazing. I think we all kind of like Herm Edwards, right?
Yeah, I like the guy.
Yeah, you play to win the game.
Yeah, I like the guy.
Yeah. I think it's kind of messed up how you gonna fire a man on the sideline, bro?
Had that been confirmed, or that is allegedly?
Allegedly, okay. But for that to happen, and then the next day it's announced he's fired. You can put 1 and 2 together, man.
Okay.
That's pretty disrespectful to do to a guy like that, which by all accounts is a nice guy.
Yeah. Herm Edwards a Hall of Famer, ain't he?
I'm not sure if Herm's a Hall of Famer. I don't know about that, but hey, man, we coming close to the end, man. We want to ask our viewers, man. Hey, do y'all got any thoughts, any questions y'all want to put out here on the metaverse, and we can kind of chop it up a bit before we close the show.
Hit that like button, man. Get us a like or heart, if you don't mind. The walls that's on here watching.
Share, man. Oh, am I your boy? Is Jay Hits your boy? Man, share.
Yeah, don't be embarrassed of us, man.
Your
We
boy
want
on,
you can put us on your page. We won't embarrass you too much, man. Come on now.
man. And hey, if don't nobody like it, they don't like it, man. But shoot, put your boy on, man. Holla at me. Holla at Jay Hicks.
Well, see, Rob, man, hey, it was a great week. Hey, anytime we have the Longhorns and the Cowboys win, man, it's like the week goes by better. People tend to let you over in traffic. Everybody's walking around with a smile on their face when the Cowboys victory, man. So it's nothing like that. Cowboys play next Monday night football against the Giants, man, and I'm sure we all will be tuned in on that. And of course, you got the Texas Longhorns. They're kicking off. What time are they kicking off? It's like 2:30.
Yeah, it's like 1-2. Yeah.
With the kickoff against Texas Tech. So I'm sure we all will be glued into the TV seeing that. Appreciate everything that all the viewers, all the likes, man. The last show's doing real well, and we appreciate that. We think we had like 11 new subscribers. So that's it. You got anything else you want to say, C-Rob?
We got a comment. Herman is not in the Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I ain't think so.
Okay.
But Hall of Fame, cool dude. Like he was cool on, watching on. I think that was on the NFL show on ESPN. But yeah, man. It's been a fun week. It'll be interesting to see how this show goes compared to last week. Last week, Texas and the Cowboys lost, and we had our most viewed show. So I'm very interested in seeing how this goes. With are we Cowboy Longhorn haters that's looking for stuff when it's when one of these teams lose, or are we fans, man? So I'm very interested in seeing how that goes. On a serious tip, man, I want to shout out as always to the truck drivers, man. There's no us without you. Y'all keep America going. But here locally, we've had some tragedies, man, on one of the highways here, North Central Expressway, and some of our drivers have lost their lives. One in particular I grew up with. So just want to shout out to you guys, man. Y'all stay safe out here, man. We appreciate what y'all do, and just really pray that y'all stay safe out on these highways, man.
No doubt about it, man. And with that being said, I'm your boy, Jay Hits.
Hey, man, and it's been real. I'm your boy, C-Rob.
Always remember, be stronger than your strongest critic. We out. Peace.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching today's episode. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell. We'll see you next time on the Hit Zone.